You see, now I know about it. How did I get to know? Is it about my certificate? No. It is an act I decided to learn and do. All right. Now I had this opportunity again. I think someone recommended me after the first program to them. They called the same way I went, and I did it. This is that program. We had it at two places, at the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex, and then I've forgotten the place. This is where Nkrumah was buried. I've forgotten the name. In Accra. Now, you meet people, you interact with them, and that is it. So I got this again. This was on UCC campus. They invited me. There is a group on campus called TSLC. I don't know if you have heard about them. They invited me. I went to speak. They didn't even know I was a student here because they got my contact online and we spoke. I never told them I'm here with them. If you tell them, they will not respect you again. Especially when they get to know that you're also a student like them. So you act professionally on phone. Don't show any sign of you are in need of something. Speak to them. If there is something you don't like, tell them before the day. Let them know you have other alternatives. So you can leave their program and go for another one. You get the thing? All right. This was here. I got this. There are a number of them. I was trying to get them, pull them from my page. These were the ones I was able to retrieve. The pictures are so down that I can't get. So this was here. Public Campus Ministry. I got this opportunity too. And then I had this. Another one. So the first one I went that I told you I had an encounter of smoke, machine, something. Now, the next day they invited me. The first one, I was the keynote speaker. The next one, I was the main speaker. You get the thing? All right. So this is the stage. These are the audience. This is 2018. I think the people who came to this year, 2018 one, they were plenty. They were more than those who came in the 2017. Okay. And this was done at Christ the King, opposite Jubilee House now. It's called it was Flagstaff House. Now it's Jubilee House. So you meet new people. You see the man over there? We fight every day. That was my first time meeting him. He would chat every morning, asking, "You want to come abroad?" I'll tell him, "I'm a Ghanaian. I want to be here. Don't you want to come and do your masters?" So I want to be here. Are you not a white? Why are you not coming to stay here? Why not bring your family? Like we fight, we are friends. I met him there. And he loved the work I did. You get the thing. So you meet people, you make friends, you get followers. People seek for your views on other things. So this is to give you examples of some of the reasons for public speaking. So you meet a number of people. Who is there? I met him at the program. I didn't know he was coming there. That was his first time seeing me do that. And he didn't even know I was the guest speaker there. When I was on the stage, he was like, "Really?" When I came there, he said, "Really?" And then we spoke. So he came to perform. He's into music. He came to perform at the program. And then I also went there as a guest speaker to speak. So 2 Adventists were there, at least. So we could have spoken to someone about the 3 angels' messages. So people are there. You see, these people are matured people. You get it? And they don't look like they are illiterate. Do they? They are not. So it will take you to place. This is the main stage the next year. People taking pictures. Performances. Now I got another opportunity again. Was it last year? Last year. Casford and Adishi invited me to do orientation for those who were aspiring for positions, and they invited me again to do for those who won. You get it? All right. I went with, you see the man there? Kabila. I went with Kabila. And then Frank was there. Frank was also part. This was, I think this was after the election. And then this was before the election. All right. I'll ask you a question about my dressing. So be checking the pictures as well. Now, it can also let you be popular. It can sell you. When you go to Google now, and you Google my foundation and Wales Anti-Corruption Foundation, I've seen my pictures plenty. If you Google my name, they will come. So when someone wants to look for me, let's say I send a CV to a work, we are competing. They want to get one of us employed. We have the same certificate. Our CV are almost the same. Now they want to find out about us. They go to Google, they Google my name. All this come. It shows I'm a responsible person. You see the first program I did, is it not there? You see the program I did at Casford? They are there. The one with posters. This is a publication I've done. A Dirty Country at 61. That is, we are 62, so last year. So all these things will come. The one with Vision Africa was my second publication. A number of them. So you go on the internet, you are there, people get to know you, you get fans, people will call you for your views, radio stations will call you, ask you for your view about ABCD, and you are good to go. So we are done with my personal experience. Now, some basics of public speaking. How do I speak well? How does it work? The first one is that you have to prepare. That is the first item. So I've told you that we are not going to go so deep, but you get all the things you need to start. So you prepare. The first thing is that never underestimate any opportunity you get. And I'm getting this from my first experience. If I had not prepared so well, that would have been the end of everything I had planned. Because the first program gave me the opportunity to speak at the second, and it will continue like that. So when someone sees you, the person will recommend you to another person, and so on and so on. So that is how it will be going. Yes, that is how it will be going. Now, rehearse your delivery, especially if it is your first time. So, if it is your first time, you may, if you're alone, when you are done, you can be in your room and present. Sometimes when I'm going for a program and I think this program is, there's so much respect in it, I have to do well. When you enter my room without knocking, you may think that I'm mad. I can put a table there and present to my computer. And I will record and listen. And put down the things I'm not supposed to say, where I wasn't able to do well, correct them, do again. Now the interesting thing is that when you get into public speaking and you do, it will get to a time you wouldn't have to be rehearsing consciously again. So like this, I used like 45 minutes to put things together for you. So whilst I was typing, I was learning. You get it? What example will I give to this? What example will I give to this? Now because I've been doing it, when I get to the point, I get the example I'm supposed to give. So you may not have to be consciously getting time to rehearse and other things. Now, get your attire ready before the day. And I would advise that you don't get only one attire ready because anything can happen. You may go and then pick the attire and then you see that there is oil in it or something. Anything can happen. But make sure you get it ready before the next day. Eat well, sleep well before the day, and then pray about the program. There's a saying that goes that proper preparation prevents poor performance. I heard this when I was in senior high school. A lady said it, and I heard it. Now, appearance. Dress well to fit the occasion. If it is a traditional program depicting culture, you don't go and wear a suit and go there. You'll be odd. So you should know the kind of dress or the kind of attire you are going to use. You should know them. Get the best outfit that will help the occasion. And then if it is possible, don't be in your usual outfit. For example, if I have now, I will never use this attire for any public speaking again, because you saw it in the picture. Did you see it? Now, if it's a program that is going to be captured, I won't use this again, because it's like there is a likelihood that it will be published and people will look like he wore. There are people who can really go and check those things. He wore this attire here. People can do that. It may not be a big thing, but people can do that. So you have to be careful about. Get a handkerchief, white. Preferably, you can get a white handkerchief. If you are not getting it, it's not so strict, but you don't go and use a red handkerchief so red that when you raise it, everyone can, you see the impression. So even if you are not getting white, this is better. Is it white? It's not white though. It's not white. It's green. But you see, okay. So don't get anything that is so odd. Well, if you are wearing a green thing, you can have a green. It's fine. But it shouldn't be so odd that when you are probably wiping your face or something, because if you are speaking, no matter what, there will be sweat. Unless you are in an air-conditioned room, even that sometimes you may get sweat out of your body. So you should get a handkerchief so that you don't sweat so much that your attire will be wet and other things. Be at the place on time. Avoid lateness. Now, when you go early, you can relax, go through your script, and you will not be under pressure to do anything. Put on a smiling face. Don't frown. And then don't appear to be a joke, except you are a comedian. We mentioned that early on that comedians are also part of the business. So if you are not a comedian, don't appear to be a joke. No one will take you seriously. Like when I went for my first program, I was serious, seated there, quiet. When someone comes to speak to you, you do it, you smile, you shake hands, you sit. Don't rush and be greeting people. Don't do that. Even if you don't have anything doing, you can go on your phone, be researching about your thing, read about it, just to engage yourself, so that you'll be respected when you are called. You get it? All right. Be known for a specific outfit. It is not compulsory. I have chosen that I will never use a suit for presentation unless it demands it. So you saw in the pictures, it is just an African way. Now, it is not expensive. Someone may think that my outfit, do you know how much I spent to get a shirt? If I have 30 cedis, I'll get a shirt. My material is 10 Ghana cedis. The one who will sew will take 20 Ghana cedis. I'm good to go. So if I have 30 Ghana cedis, and I think that if you want to go into public speaking, 30 cedis should not be a problem for you. Even if it is a problem, you can save to get it done. So if you have a program a month ahead and you are saving 2 cedis, 5, you can get it. It's only on some few occasions that people may not be able to raise 30 cedis to get a shirt or something. If you're a lady, dress well, your top, your down, your skirt should not be so short that the attention of the people will move from the presentation to you. It should be decent. And when you dress well, people will listen to what you say. All right. So we've talked about dressing. Now, this is the problem of the day. But I want to tell you that there is no one on this earth who was born with a microphone in his hand. If my mother was here, she'll be surprised that I'm standing in front of you to talk. Because this was a no thing. Even at Sabbath school, children's Sabbath school, when it is 13th Sabbath and they ask us to come and recite Bible quotations and other things. I will learn it in the house. I can recite it, but I won't come there and do it. I will either tell them that I'm going to sit in the room. They should bring the microphone and say it so that they will listen. I won't be here. I won't come because I can't come. But the point is that when you decide to do it, it works. Now, these are my personal remedies for that act. For example, my first opportunity when I was so fearful, like I was afraid, stage fright, other stuff, tension and other things. What I did was that when they mentioned my name and I was going up and they were clapping, I was also clapping. Now, when I get to the podium and I want it to be interesting, I'll just do and then people will be looking at you. Or my first word, I won't say it loud so that someone will complain that we can't hear you. Now, when someone complains that you can't hear, or he can't or she cannot hear you, then you can be like, is it better? So you are releasing the stress so that if there is any tension, it will go into that first talk you do. And I bet if you have mastered your content, after 2 sentences, you are good to go. You can go through it smoothly. But usually the starting point is always the problem and tension and other things. Now, if there is water, you can also sip small, just releasing tension. You can also take a deep breath. I do that most of the time. Do you know that even up to now, sometimes when I'm coming here to give announcement or to say something, to give a testimony, sometimes we come, but I've been here almost like a number of times, you get it. But it will get to a point, today, it will be good. And my last experience was the testimony I gave recently, I think just 2 Wednesdays ago. I felt like, it looks like I've not been here before, and that all the people here are not my friends, they are new people. So it comes to everyone. There is no one who doesn't have an aspect of this. It comes to everyone. Even the great speakers, they do get stage fright. It is your duty to overcome it. And these are personal things you can do. You may also look through yourself and get to know that I can overcome it by A, B, C, D, and it will work for you. Now, your content. Read more about your content before the day. Ask for people's view about what you have done. Ask for help if the subject is difficult. And one example is that there are a number of people, I will not mention names. If I tell you that I edit their script, I didn't do English. If I tell you that I comment about their script, I edit some of them, I share my concerns, I share my understanding. Before they go to the stage to present, you'll be surprised. They just want to see how people are also thinking about what they have done, if it is convincing enough. So ask for help if the subject is difficult, especially if it is not your field. For example, if they call me to come and give a presentation about sexual harassment or something health, I'm not into health field, I'm not into those aspects. What I do is mathematics and my background public speaking and perhaps corruption, something. You get it? So if it is outside my circle, I may have to ask for help. If it's about writing a script, I can ask Andrew to help me out. He came here to do communication. He may know more about that than me, so ask for help. There is no problem asking for help, even when the person is part of your audience. That is the best. So that you can also know even how your audience are thinking. Don't add anything you are not sure. Be careful about this, because when you are presenting before an audience, it doesn't mean that you are the best person. So be sure about everything you put on your slide. If you are not sure, take it away. Because if it is not true, you may not be called again. Get an attractive topic. A topic that brings people to listen, brings people to read. One of the things that make my write-ups very popular is how I caption them. For example, my first publication was when a black and white uniform replaces the integrity of the black man. When a black and white uniform replaces the integrity of the black man. Everyone will be curious to know what it is about. Another one was a dirty country at 61. So